Hey everybody, I'm probably just going to post this video on the channel and try to keep it short, but I'd like to give you a demo of this tool that I created that lets you server-side validate someone's wallet and then embed or change the way that the wallet items are displayed. Because we keep relying on the WaxCloud wallet or Nifty Blocks or Atomic Hub to format the NFTs the way that they want, and that doesn't really let you embed downloads or link to comics or any of that fun stuff. So from a customer perspective, I have this site set up, googoonswaxlogin.glitch.me. It's on a platform called Glitch, which I'll show you in just a minute. But the gist of it is that you click on WaxCloud Wallet, login, and I'm going a little fast, but you can see that it's now telling my application the name of your wallet, which doesn't cost any gas. You hit approve. And now what's happened is that the server is going to send a random number to a smart contract that will get confirmed by the client, which means that we can establish the wallet ownership on the server level. Doing that lets us use all the publicly available Atomic Assets API functions to read everything about template, wallet contents, everything. Okay, so if I register my wallet with the server, this is the nonce contract, and it just auto-approved for me because I guess I clicked the box to automatically accept it. So imagine that this was your own page and you only had one collection. You would just load right into the collection. But I'm going to pick Brett's comics here. And you can see these are all the comics of his and the POAP or whatever that I have in my wallet. And if I click on any one of these, the link actually should work. I'll try a couple. It's kind of slow sometimes depending on the comic. Yeah, here's one. So you can see I clicked on the link for issue number 1 and it opened up the comic for someone to read. That's certainly, I think, easy for a new user experience. So this is all about, allowing us to create custom sort of portals for our collection where we can do pretty much anything we want with these. So that's the gist of what this is at this point. It's really just a proof of concept, but I think we could build on it. So let's look a little bit at how it works, right? So if I turn on the JSON view, this is the raw data that's coming back to me from the Atomic Assets API. You can see Atomic Assets in there. So if I look at, I have a project that's not whitelisted. It's called Jelly Tests because Googoons are my real project. And this is showing my wallet. It's showing which of the templates from Jelly Tests I have in my wallet and how many of each one I have. And if I do Googoons, you'll see I have quite a large number of different Googoons templates. And if I do Brett's Blackbird's comics, you can see that it filters based on the collection name, which is this, Blackbird CMX. And it's showing in this user's validated wallet that I have all of these different templates. And what the server has done is it's preloaded a data URL for actually getting the details about that template, meaning the IPFS image, the PDF, and it's supplying a template for how to render that JSON data. And so what happens is that if I turn off the JSON view, these end up loading in one at a time like images, making a new API call, which means that it doesn't take forever to load. It's sort of like a responsive way to do this. And it would mean that you could create your own project with hidden links, unlocks, whatever. Okay, so what makes all this work? I'll try to wrap this up. It's this thing called Glitch. It's not in here. It's in here. And the Glitch homepage, since I already have some projects set up, looks like this. It's a free Node.js web host and environment. It's meant for prototyping applications. But it has this concept called Remix, which means that you can basically copy anybody else's project and have it up and working without having to install anything, and then you can just jump right in and modify the code. So I made a very simple app, WaxLogin GG, that I've then based Googoons WaxLogin off of by remixing it. And anybody in our community could remix a project and get going in a matter of minutes. So what does a project look like? Well, it's a bunch of source code, a bunch of files, HTML, index.js. From the perspective of a creative person, not necessarily a programmer, the thing that you need to worry about the most, and the thing that makes this all work, is that each of these projects has a templates folder, and each of these templates is based on the template ID. So in this case, it's 196865. And whenever a wallet contains a template with this ID, it's going to render it. It's going to take this HTML, and that's how it's going to render that out. So you can see that I've created just a simple box called comic, It shows the name of the comic. This is a property from the template itself. And then any properties on the template can be put into brackets like this, and it will do a find and replace. So Brett always had it where you had to put this in followed by the IPFS code that's in comic. So I have a link here that does all that for you. And then it also has a link that embeds the image in here. Now, if you don't know HTML, this might look a little daunting, but I mean, honestly, you can do anything you want in there. Simple, complicated. I mean, no real limit. You could have JavaScript code in here that only loads depending on certain NFTs. You could do an unlock button. You can connect this to a database. But right now, I wanted to keep it simple. And if you were making your own, you'd just go and you'd modify one of these HTML templates to include the name of your collection. So you can see this is the collection name, Goo Goons Gen 1, Jelly Tests, Blackbird. And you would then have this link and have these template files, and the whole thing would just kind of work automatically. I think this could be pretty cool. So yeah, if anybody wants to let me know what they think, I'm going to end the video here.